Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Saya Ashwad Ismail. Minggu ini, Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim terpaksa menjalani rawatan di hospital dan saya sempat berbual melalui telefon dan menyentuh beberapa perkara antaranya mengenai tahap kesihatan beliau ketika ini.
Alhamdulillah, peringkat awal ada keraguan tentang serangan kecil jantung, tapi rupanya tidak berlaku apa-apa dan dibersihkan oleh Profesor Wan Azman yang mengetuai tim pasukan jantung di sini. Sekarang ini saya terpaksa beradoi kerana sakit bahu dan pinggang yang lebih berat dan dijangka terpaksa menjalani rawatan yang lebih serius dalam masa singkat. Saya ucap terima kasih atas doa kalian dan saya sama juga turut mendoakan kepada semua.
Dalam perbualan sekitar 10 minit itu saya sempat bertanya mengenai antara isu minggu ini iaitu kenyataan media oleh Menteri Keuangan Lim Guan Eng yang mencetuskan sedikit kontroversi.
Menteri Keuangan Saudara Guan Eng boleh beri penjelasan yang lebih meyakinkan kerana pendirian dia setakat yang saya tahu sangat konsisten mendukung bahasa seperti mana meterai dalam perjanjian Pakatan Rakyat dulunya dan Pakatan Harapan sekarang. Saya cukup tegas soal bahasa rasmi tidak boleh diremehkan, ia mesti dimartabatkan. Ini bukan sahaja soal perlembagaan tapi soal identiti negara Malaysia.
Anwar turut ditanya mengenai pendedahan nilai rampasan di premis yang berkait dengan bekas Perdana Menteri Datuk Seri Najib Tun Razak. Nilai rampasan sekitar 900 juta hingga 1.1 bilion ringgit. Persoalannya, apa pengajaran di sebalik ini?
Saya akui bahawa penggeledahan yang diumumkan itu masih peringkat siasatan. Tapi tidak boleh menafikan bahawa barang itu dikeluarkan dari rumah rasmi dan tidak mantan Perdana Menteri Datuk Seri Najib. Saya anggap kemewahan keborosan ini mengaitkan, cukup memualkan dan menunjukkan betapa rusaknya sistem negara kita yang mengadakan semua institusi, tapi dari kehakiman kepada penyiasatan kepada pencegahan rasuah, tetapi perkara ini berlaku berleluasa. Pengajarannya apa? Memastikan menteri-menteri, pemimpin-pemimpin dipantau seterusnya. Bagaimana perbelanjaan mereka, rumah mereka, kenduri kendaraan mereka dan amalan biasa mereka. Jika tidak, perkara ini akan berulang kalaupun tidak peringkat yang separah itu yang di tahap yang lebih kecil. Ini bertentangan dengan janji kita kepada rakyat dan sumpah jawatan. Yang lebih penting kalau ada perisian data tetapi disusuli dengan pengawasan oleh badan yang benar-benar bebas, termasuk terutama SPRM dan commercial crime, polis siasatan komersial.
Minggu ini juga ingin menarik perhatian anda kepada syarahan umum yang dibuat oleh Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim yang dianjurkan oleh SETA Foundation ketika lawatannya ke Turki minggu lepas, yang antara lain kita ingin melihat melalui perspektif Demokrat Muslim serta bagaimana Malaysia, bagaimana Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim melihat kepimpinan Recep Tayyip Erdogan yang perlu diangkat oleh dunia Islam.
And dignitaries and conglomerates and big businessmen, I've not heard anyone telling me after getting that treatment to say that, you know, Alhamdulillah, I've got that treatment. But Wallahi al-Azim, I dread to imagine how my people in the rural areas, in the poor outskirts of Istanbul or other cities can get such a treatment. Now, he may have some mistakes, he may have delay, he may have problems in implementing them. I don't know. I don't have expertise in everything. But I can tell you that element of humanitarian concern strikes me and caused me to love him dearly as a brother. But there are many other cases like that. In education, I told them, because we in Malaysia, among developing world, it's a great economy. I was 8 years Minister of Finance, you know, and I was very conservative. No increase in toll, no increase in taxes. I mean, it was tough, but no waste, very strong public expenditure. But I have always this anxiety when my policies will affect the poor. That part I cannot compromise. So I have big issues fighting the Malaysian government at that time, because I thought they think, you know, you can impress the financial analysts, the rating agencies, by having correct strategies. What are correct strategies? A policy that would attract foreign investments. I agree. A policy conducive, lower taxation for the big businesses. I agree to an extent. Do they care whether there is growing gap between the rich and the poor? No. Do they care whether those in the outskirts and the poor and the marginalized are given good amenities in health and education? No. They care about attractiveness as a foreign destination for investments. That I differ. Because to me, economics must be ad, and ihsan. Must be always categorized in that justice and compassion. We should propel economic growth, yes. Modern banking, modern technology, all for that. So I think that I would like to share with you, because the future of the Muslim world has got to be, one, strengthening the institutions of governance, which happens to be the commitment here now, post-elections. People say, incidentally, this was asked for me, a big issue.
Dalam syarahan itu, Anwar turut menyentuh mengenai ketidakstabilan rantau Timur Tengah atau Asia Barat dan mencari jalan penyelesaian di tengah-tengah permainan kuasa geopolitik dunia.
Now, secondly is the issue of the Arab world. You see, this shows hypocrisy in the West. You see, those of us, let me say this, I am a firm believer of collaboration, exchange with the West. I used to teach at Georgetown University, I work with the Brookings, I go with the American enterprise. It does not matter what ideological trend or itijahat that you represent. I believe in reason, discourse, and exchanges. Because I'm not here to dictate my policy, but I will not be dictated by your narrative. You see, if that is the position, then we should also use that opportunity to engage. But you talk about the Middle East, Egypt, Syria, Iraq, Afghanistan, these problems. You can sense the hypocrisy in the West, a contradiction. Why can't, but when you say West, it's not totally fair, because West is not homogeneous. You know, I used to teach Georgetown University. The academics, the students were superb. You know, they take a lot of concern and appreciation. There's one university that during iftar, a professor is assigned to join the students every day, either Muslim or a non-Muslim professor, and given free iftar to encourage students to fast. So there are these views. And you are free to speak, to defend the Palestinian cause without any problems. But there are problems in other universities, which means it is not homogeneous. But there are in Muslim countries that you are only to speak on government service and nothing else. So I believe in exchange. I believe that we should voice out to defend the atrocities inflicted in the Arab countries. And people cannot be detained. Wallahi, ya akhi. You can't keep somebody 10 years, 20 years to rot in prison, you know, with the trials that you see, you can't. It makes us shameful as Muslim, talking about Islamic justice, Qala Allahu Ta'ala, and go to Umrah, and then go back to Hajj every year, and go to commit more crimes and squander more money. You can't have that. So what we can do is just to voice, but we have our limitations. We don't go to war, we have to speak our mind. And that's why we need also to have leaders who have the courage of conviction. Leaders who have tenacity of purpose. Leaders who think that, yes, I'm leading this country when I want to represent the voice of conscience of this country. More important, not of this country, is what is right, what is honorable, and respect humanity of all religious creeds and racial minorities or majority. To be just, that's all that we ask for. And I think if this is the criteria, I don't think it's a major problem. In my appeal to the people like that, I mean, you may not like Anwar for different reasons. Some say, oh, because 40 years ago, he was involved in Islamic youth activity, which is quite Islamic. And his wife happens to be the first doctor in Malaysia that used a scarf. It becomes a sin, you know, to some of these liberals. Why? It's a crime because Aziza happens to be the first professional or Muslim who wears a scarf to go to work. Therefore, you have to be careful because they may cause danger in this country. So look, these are the problems that we face. But there's one view. But I can't complain. You know why? Because the majority of Chinese, non-Muslims, the majority of Hindus support us. They are not dictated by the few. So finally you realize you can trust what I call trust in the wisdom of the masses in a clean democratic process. May Allah guide and help us. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.